there we are. Welcome everyone to the new moon in Aries. Woohoo! We've got a lot of really cool energy going on, which I'm sure you can all feel. So very excited to be here with everyone today. And we're going to open, I've opened the records for us, and let us get our space open. I'm inviting you to place your hands in the prayer pose. You're taking a deep breath in, allowing yourself to begin to ground into Mother Earth. And on your next exhale, allow your fingers to fall forward and spread apart, and holding them out just a moment. Allowing the past to be way out past your left hand and the future way out past your right. And being here in this center space that we've created. Another deep breath in. And almost a beautiful. Even as you lower your arms, you know that our beautiful space remains. And officially calling in our circle. And calling on all of those who love us unconditionally to join us here in the circle. Inviting all of our sisters, whether they're here live or here energetically or don't even know they're here, to all gather in around us. Just feeling the power of this circle expanding and expanding and expanding. As you yourself feel more and more grounded into Mother Earth. Taking a deep breath in and just relaxing here a moment. Calling on all of your guidance, the guides that love you unconditionally, whether they are angels or ancestors or just energies, whatever they are, invite them into the circle now. Beautiful. And knowing we will go into a much deeper grounding during our alignment. As most of you know, we do a teaching portion, and then I stop the recording, and then we do the alignment portion separately. And this is because these alignments can be used again and again and again. And that way, if you're wanting the alignment, you don't have to filter through the teaching. So another deep breath in, just being thankful and grateful for being here. Beautiful. Welcome. Aries new moon at 22 degrees. With both the sun and the moon at 22, of course, we have a 2222 code. And the number 22 invites in the architect of peace energy. Can we all say yes? We can use some architect of peace energy. Now, of course, Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. And so this moon is especially, we feel the newness. We feel the energy of this new era. This is the first Aries new moon of the Aquarius age. And if we just tap into it, we can feel that. Okay, the visual I'm getting is like a nest of eggs that have all hatched, and there's all this new life. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, it's so exciting. And then when we run into our gate, it's going to be very interesting there as well. So I'm going to put up the altar because our gate picture is there as well. And there we have it. Beautiful. Malachite. I love my malachite. That is a stone for Aries. So I'm always like, yay, I get to put my malachite out. Okay, so with this new moon, you have the energy to easily initiate something as you follow through with your desire for independence. And this, the entire Aquarian age is all about independence and being independent. And so as we went through the vision quest, one of the pieces we kept coming into and finding were what we desire are ways of living, ways of being, ways of working, ways of doing our life that makes us feel even more free. And there's more energy here brought on by the gate about releasing stuff that doesn't. And we'll get to that in just a second. So as you know, Aries is ruled by Mars, and both Aries and Mars are very resolute. Make a decision and they do it. You will feel a strong sense of direction and a resolve to move ahead. And this is especially when you're aligned with the divine and not with ego. And allowing ego to take over and go, push, hustle, hustle, energy, bring that through in Aries. That's just an old habit. So just be aware of it and go, oh, well, there you are. Yeah, no, we're not doing it that way anymore. Now, there's a lot of other beautiful energy and momentum at play here. Mars is in a beautiful trine to Jupiter. Venus is conjunct to the new moon, and Jupiter sextiles the triple conjunction of Sun, Moon, and Venus. Then Pluto creates a square to Venus they are exact on the day of a new moon, meaning they are in the exact same position. So Pluto and Venus. Now add to this the sun and the moon are lighting up gate 42. Now, what I love as we go along, I want you to look, gate 42 is the card on the altar that looks like an almost complete circle. That's for a reason. That's gate 42. It's conclusion. With this energy, we have what appears to be a conundrum. New moons pull us to start something new, but this gate brings the energy to finish things up, to bring them to conclusion. So with the Aries energy signaling another cycle around the zodiac, we're invited here to explore what needs to be finished up and moved out of the way to make room for something even better. And if we take this even bigger cosmically, as this Aries new moon starts the first fresh cycle around the zodiac in this brand new Aquarian age, what are we done with? And when we're saying finished up, yes, it brings to our minds and especially our egos and our patterns that we need to close that circle. Finished and complete means I got to go back to that old project and bang it out till it's done. But what if whatever state it is currently in is done? You have gotten all of the growth. You have gotten everything you've needed from that project, from working on the project, dreaming about the project, playing with the project, hating the project, stuffing it aside, procrastinating about it. You're done. So if we can feel into here, not so much, oh my Lord, now I have 500 things on my to-do list, but more of a, oh, here's a thing hanging out over here. Yeah, done with that. This is a spring clearing versus cleaning, a spring clearing energy for getting things in order to open up space, to complete things that have been depleting you or distracting you from what you really desire to do in your life. Now think about it. If you've got, we all have, all, so I'm not even gonna say if you've got, think about those half complete in your mind, half done projects. Wouldn't your ego much rather get you back over there churning around in that energy, because then you are safe from stepping out of the into the unknown and maybe not being safe? What if there are projects that, okay, Sophia's here. So what if there are projects that you haven't, quote unquote, been able to complete because your ego is holding them open as the safety net for you to run back to when you're fixing to take a big step out into the next thing? You can feel it. You got your foot almost over there in this new thing, and then you're going, oh, but wait, I better go back and do this, or I better go back and finish that first. Oh, here's a good one. Oh, is this new project going to be just like the last one where I don't complete it? That's rubbish. Those are tricks of your teenager, if you will, your inner child, your ego, your whatever, the part of you that is desperate to keep you safe, the part of you that is desperate to keep you out of change. Well, we got news for it. It's too late. Everything's changing. And so we're going to be adults about it. I don't know where that came from, but Sophia's dropping it. So we're going to be adults about it and tell this kid, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. That's a project that I'm complete with. But you haven't finished it. Yes, I have. The energy is gone. I've done as much as I needed to do to get what I needed to get out of it. It's done. It is complete. We are putting it in a box and sending it on its way. This will open up space to do the things you really desire. And gate 42 contains the code or the energy that influences divine timing. If things are not happening at the speed that you were hoping they would, or you even knew they should, I'm using should, but you knew they could, it's often because there isn't room for something new to come into your life. I'm going to say that again for myself. If things are not happening at the speed that you're hoping for, it is often because there isn't room for something new to come into your life. Removing, releasing, letting go of old situations, beliefs, and patterns will clear the way to create space for the universe to deliver something more aligned with who you are now. Now, this Aries energy and the 42 energy, they are very, very powerful. And so you want to be mindful as you use this energy to your benefit. You want to remove things with care and love and intention. You are welcoming in the new, not destroying or fighting with the old. Like removing old clothes from your closet that have served you well You may give them one final hug and think about the dance when you wore that dress 30 years ago. Okay, just say me. But it's just not your style anymore. It doesn't align with who you are, and you can let it go. The second thing to be aware of in this energy is to not overextend yourself, which is very easy to do in the Aries fire energy, especially if you get slipped down into ego. So divine guidance will share with you and let you know when it's time to rest, as well as when it's time to move forward. So I'm going to share the mastery of gate 42. It's the ability to respond to being inserted into opportunities, experiences, and events that you have the wisdom to facilitate and complete. To know exactly what needs to be completed in order to create the space for something new. And here's our EFT. Oh, I hit the affirmation. No, give me 1 second. There it is. All right, here's our, and if you want to screenshot this, you're welcome to. Here's our EFT setup for this energy. Even though I've hesitated in the past to finish what I needed to finish in order to make room for something new and better, I now choose to bring things to a powerful ending. I know that I am taking strong action to create space for what I truly want to create in my life, and I deeply and completely love myself. Deep breath in and out. And we know specifically 2 amazing members of the temple have made powerful, strong, taken action in this, leading up into this energy. And so, yes, we are all here. I love how we flow with the energy. And here's our affirmation. I am gifted at knowing when and how to finish things. I respond to bringing events, experiences, and relationships to a conclusion in order to create space for something new and more abundant. I can untangle the cosmic entanglements that keep people stuck in old patterns. My ability to realign and complete things helps others create space for transformation and expansion. And a deep breath in. Does anyone have a burning comment? It's like I can feel it.
I will go because I definitely feel like this really applies, and you can dump it on the bed. My toddler is, it's like every time I'm out, but he wants me to help. But the biggest thing I feel for me is like this definitely pertains to me, because I would be like, well, I have to go back and I have to complete it, and I have to complete it, with my level of perfection. And I just moved, and then it's where like cleaning things and cleaning them because I want them my version of clean, and also just things have to be clean. But it's like I have struggled with this for so many years of like, it's not finished and I have to complete it. I have to go back. I have to finish. So this to me, I think it just speaks volumes of like, hey, like it is what it is, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And because Sophia dropped that in, so that's a new thought for me as well. This idea that when we have a dream and we set something up and we have a, our idea of what complete or finished or what's going to happen when it's finished, we have that idea. And sometimes I call them now pull me forward goals. It's what you needed, a place to put your energy to move you forward, but how you thought it was going to end was never going to end that way. How do we know? It didn't end that way. And so because it hasn't ended the way we originally thought it would end, because back then we either didn't know or we forgot about asking this or something even better, that's where we think we have to go back and do more to make it like it was supposed to be, quote unquote, supposed to be. And this idea of, oh my goodness, complete means the energy is done. No matter what it looks like on the grand spectrum of complete, in a worldly sense, we don't live there anyway anymore. If there is no energy there, it's done. If it ever becomes revived and the energy comes back, then yay. But that's not what we're looking for. Anyone else get hits on this?
I guess I've become pretty good at that.
Yes.
I don't stress myself that I have to complete a course that I've taken, because sometimes it's just some information that I needed. I mean, over the years, I've taken so many courses.
Yes.
So I don't always have to finish a course to get what I need from it. And sometimes I buy a course and I know I don't even buy it in the intention to ever finish it. I just want to get something out of it. And once I've got it, I'm done with it.
Beautiful. And a lot of times we function this way, we don't even really know it. We're not really even buying the course for the course. We're buying it to be in that person's energy. And so thank you also, Beate, because that also gives me even more freedom around, how many. I laughed and laughed. There was a woman and she said the best thing about turning 50 was that she could quit reading a book if she didn't like it. She said until then, if she started reading a book, she had to finish it because she started it. And it was when she hit 50, she went, well, wait, I'm not enjoying this. Why am I reading it? And she shut, the first book she ever shut was like this hallelujah chorus moment in her life. But that's what I'm kind of feeling here with what we're talking about. All of these things that are hanging out that we're beating ourselves up about, that we've got in a bag and we're dragging it with us everywhere we go. So we're not free. We've got at least one arm tied up dragging it, and usually it's so much we got them both tied up dragging it. And if we will just let's just leave that in the 20th century or in the Piscean age, however feels better. Let's just leave that there and go totally free into this new. Anyone else have any hits that you want to share? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so what I will do now is stop the recording for this portion and we'll pick it right back up in a second in the alignment.